All your promises won't let go of me.
All your promises won't let go of me.
All your promises won't let go. I've surrendered my life to your ways. I have learned what it means to obey. Jesus, my heart has been changed by you. I am walking the path you have made. I am seeking the truth every day. Jesus, my heart has been changed by you. Walk away from God. Your love is better than nothing. God, just one second. Your love is God. Bless my step. My heart is amazed. Lord, my taste and the king. Lord, never Jesus, my heart has been changed by you. Walking the path you have made. I am seeking the truth every day. Jesus, my heart has been changed by you. Walk away from pride. Your love is better than nothing. Just one step. All your promises won't let go of me.
Good evening and welcome to the Gospel News, where we bring you ancient coverage in a modern age. I'm your anchor, Abel Knott, here with my co-anchor, Amelia Woolley.
That's right, folks. It's time for our special weekly segment, BTV, where we send our skilled reporters out into the field, both in ancient and modern times, to give you the inside scoop on all things creation, fall, redemption, and restoration.
That's exactly right, Amelia. We're talking BC, we're talking 80, we're talking before time, we're talking beyond time. It's gonna get crazy.
I know it sounds crazy, but we promise to have you home in time to watch the Final Four tonight.
Tonight, we've sent a team of scientists, experts in their fields, to study each day of creation and share their findings with 4 of our top reporters.
We turn now to our first team in the field, Chase and Amy. Chase, can you hear us all right?
Loud and clear, Amelia. We're reporting live from the beginning. There's not much to see here just yet, but we're being told that something big is about to take place. Oh, wow, it's more incredible than anything I've ever witnessed. I don't know if our listeners back home can see all this, but light has just appeared, and it is extraordinary.
That's right, Chase. My eyes will never be the same. Oh, I think that might be one of our scientists now. Excuse me, sir. We're with the Gospel News, reporting live from creation. Can you state your name for the people watching? Dr. Watson Lumens.
Good to meet you, Dr. Lumens. Could you describe to the people watching at home what this light feels like?
You know when you're in 3rd grade and you stare at the sun for too long because your friends dare you to, and then you can't see right for the rest of the day?
I know exactly what that's like.
It's nothing like that.
Oh. Well, can you tell us what you're measuring there?
Have you ever studied the luminous flux of heat transfers between infinite working planes where the coefficient of utilization is completely off the charts? No, I don't think I have yet. Oh, well, it's nothing like that. Okay. Well, thank you for your insight, Dr. Lumens. We appreciate your time.
Well, that was
Something. Let's check in on the other half of our team, Jane and Annie, reporting live from day 2. Annie?
Thanks, Amy. That's right. We're here on day 2 of creation, and let's hope our expert is a little more informative.
To paint a picture for those at home, we're standing in water as far as the eye can see. The sky is blue, and it looks like I can see clouds in the distance.
Isn't this amazing? Come on, do it with me. Deep breath in, and deep breath out. Nothing like that new sky smell.
Pardon me, we're with Gospel News reporting live from creation. Can you tell us your name, occupation, and what has just happened around us?
April Showers here. I'm a meteorologist, and we've all just witnessed waters being separated from waters. The heavens have formed, and let me tell you, it is magnificent. I think we can see clouds in the distance.
Can you tell us about some of those?
Well, that is the cirrostratus, and then the cumulus.
What's that one over there?
Oh, that one? That's the cumuloclemens. Followed by that, the Mayo stratus. Then, the cumuloboomer stratus. And then, the dinner theater directivus.
Interesting. I think we have ones just like that back in Kansas. Well, thank you for your time, April, and for giving us a deeper look into day 2 of creation.
Anytime. Hey, that one looks like an elephant.
There you have it. Day 2 of creation brought to you by April Showers. Back to you, Chase.
Day 3 is upon us, and it looks like our resident expert has already made some interesting discoveries.
Excuse me, sir. You okay?
Let me tell you, 1 minute I'm taking a walk in the ocean, next thing you know I get taken out by this coconut.
Oh dear, sounds like it's just cocoa not your day.
I'll be alright. How do you do? Woody Forster at your service.
We're Amy and Chase with the Gospel News. Can you give us a deeper look into what has happened today?
Well, like I said, 1 minute it's all water. Next minute, boom! Dry land, plant, tree. I've never seen so many different species of plant and tree in one place. See, over here you got pine trees, oak trees, palm trees, watch out for those, apple trees. You name it, God's got it. You wouldn't happen to have a helmet I could borrow, would you?
Sadly, no. Sorry.
And that's day 3 of creation for you. God has done it again. Land, plants, and trees. It just keeps getting better. Woody, thank you for your time today. It was a pleasure.
Poor guy, should have been more cocoa cautious.
And now to Jane and Annie with day 4.
Thanks, Amy. We have a scientist here who says he's seen light again. Could you tell us your name, sir?
Dr. Watson Lumens.
Didn't Chase and Amy just interview with Dr. Lumens?
No relation.
Uh-huh. Can you tell us about this light you saw?
Not just one light, many lights. The sun, ruler of the daytime. The moon, ruler of the nighttime. And the stars, all their little cousins.
Well, that is one way to look at it. They are beautiful, aren't they?
Indeed.
They create the tide, help us navigate land and sea. They even help us measure time. Total genius. Now, if you excuse me, I'll have to get back to my measurements.
Oh, of course. Thank you, Dr. Lemons. Amy, back to you.
Incredible. We have arrived at day 5, and we're back in the ocean. Yippee!
Something touched my leg.
What do you mean?
Whoa, dude, chill out. I'm an oceanographer. Nothing to be afraid of.
Oh, well, we're Chase and Amy with the Gospel News.
Holy tubular.
Why don't you tell us about your experience on day 5 so far?
Well, I didn't see anything at first, so I decided to hang 10 for a bit. When an absolute bomb breaks, and I just send it. Let me tell you, water's macking, I'm flying. And then all of a sudden, I think I see a shark, right? So I'm like, whoa! And I carve out, drag out, and wipe out trying to get away from this thing. Turns out it's just this dolphin over here.
A dolphin? So does that mean there are other animals in the water too?
Oh yeah, all the swimming creatures. Whales, manatees, shrimp, clownfish, you name it. It's all right here. Duck!
Oh, that kind of duck.
Sorry, I forgot to mention the flying creatures. The birds are absolutely cranking today.
Cranking?
What's that?
Wait! Oh, never mind. Hopefully our viewers at home got more of that than I did. I guess that's the end of day 5. Back to you, Annie.
Thanks, Amy. We're here on day 6 with, what was your name again?
Safari Charlie.
Thanks for joining us today, Charlie.
Safari Charlie.
Safari, Charlie. Can you tell us a bit of your experience here on day 6 of creation?
Well, what we got here is your beautiful green sea turtle moving at an alarming rate of speed. Look at this thing. Just incredible.
Safari Charlie, have you seen other animals today or just this turtle?
Yeah, loads of them. Animals, I mean. All kinds, shapes, noises, smells.
Now that you say it, it is much louder and smellier than the first day.
Sure met some people. Real nice folk, actually.
Did you talk to them?
Yeah, they're over there in the garden somewhere. Pretty busy with naming all the animals and such. Didn't seem that interested in talking to any reporters.
I guess I can understand. Naming everything seems like a pretty big job.
Now, if you'll excuse me, this beauty is really getting away from me. I better go catch up with her.
We'll leave you to it, Safari Charlie. Thank you for your time.
No problem.
Land, plants, swimming, flying, land creatures, even people. Seems like the whole gang's here. Didn't the Bible talk about 7 days of creation though? What else could we possibly need?
The teleprompter just says rest.
Right, but like, the rest of what?
Are these all the scientists we've been talking to? Are they sleeping? Hey, it's day 7. We're looking for the rest of it.
Not like the rest of it, man. Like rest, chillax, hang loose, pura vida, rest.
Oh, that makes more sense. All 7 days of creation, all necessary and all good. Sending it back to the studio now, and I think it's time for a nap.
Gospel News. We continue tonight's programming with our sports coverage segment as we tune in live to the Testament games.
It's been a tough day for all of our athletes. It seems no matter how hard they try, they continue to fall short of their goal.
That's right, Abel. It's almost becoming hard to watch, but these guys are tough. They just keep coming back and fighting.
Yeah, this team just doesn't quit. I think a big reason is because of the coach, but don't take my word for it. The players are just taking their seats now for a press conference.
Adam and Eve, could you walk us through your game plan going into this matchup? And how did it work for you?
You know, before today, we were the ruling reigning champs. Our game plan was just to continue doing our thing, taking care of the ball, taking care of everything, really. Coach drew up perfect plays, and we just couldn't perform under pressure.
Eve, this one's for you. It seems like when the game was on the line, you made a decision that didn't pan out well. Can you tell us more about that?
Possession is key in moments like this, and you could say I really dropped the ball on this one. Early turnovers hurt us. Once we let it get to our heads, it was all over.
Moses, your event got pretty heated today. Your teammates were getting pretty frustrated with you. Can you speak on how you responded to that pressure? Not gonna lie to you all, I was pretty frustrated too. Felt like we were just aimlessly wandering all over the place. And when you need to put your team on your back, that's just what you do. It looked as if your coach drew up a play right before you made a pretty significant error. Care to elaborate on what was running through your head at the time? Was it a personal error or a coach's error? No, that was on me. No excuses. I had a lot of unforced errors today, and that really cost us. I was getting pretty frustrated with my teammates, and I let it get to me. And that really hurt our chances for success right off the bat.
Peter, yes, so I think tonight was a real challenge for you coming off the bench. Could you speak to what was going through your head in those final moments? I mean, it's pretty hard to deny that something was off tonight.
First off, thanks to our team captain's quick acting, the other guy's ear will be just fine. As for the question, Coach flat out told us what to expect tonight, and when the rubber met the road, we lost our cool. Bottom line, we practiced the whole off seasons for these moments, and I missed the mark tonight.
Paul, do you have any thoughts on your performance today?
You know, I think the others have it nailed. When we start getting a big head is when we start making mistakes. When we take our focus off coach and the other team is locked in, things can turn pretty quickly.
This question is for anyone. I'll mention the other team. This rivalry has been going on for a long time now. How'd you guys keep going?
All credit to Coach, man. He lifts us up when we fall, helps us get better, capitalizes on our strengths, understands our weaknesses. He's the real MVP.
Yeah, props to him. We mess up a lot.
I'm not gonna lie, it can get discouraging. It can feel like there's no end in sight. Like we'll never get it right or be good enough.
But we also know what comes next, and we know there is an end. It'll be Jesus that has the ultimate win, and I'm so glad I'm on his team. Now, if you'll excuse us, we gotta get back to practice.
Coverage you can't believe in. You're in for a treat tonight as we feature our newest segment, Jesus Chasers. Using a combination of GPS and satellite systems, our brave reporters are able to track encounters with Jesus better than ever before.
That's right, Abel, and they're gearing up as we speak. Gracie is our veteran Jesus chaser, and it looks like she's ready to go. Gracie, can you hear us?
Hey guys, glad to be on.
It's good to see you, Gracie. Can you walk the listeners at home through that setup and process of it?
Absolutely. Wade's our equipment manager. He carries the GPS system, monitors the satellites, the translator, the salvationator, the not today Sataninator, the blessinator, the time travelinator, the ice ventomocha frappe no whippinator, and the sunscreen.
Did she just say...
So, Gracie, how does this work? Do you just turn on the equipment and wait for a signal?
That's pretty much it, Amelia, but we found that no matter when or where we go, it doesn't take very long at all. Just like that, duty calls. Greetings, sir. We're with the Jesus Chasers, and we're looking for people who've encountered Jesus. Have you met him?
Boy, have I. Let me tell you, son, I met Jesus on a day much like this one. A bad day for fishing. We'd all but given up when this man hopped in my boat and told me to put out a weight.
Just a random man?
There was nothing random about this man. I thought to myself, now just who does this man think he is? But I still did it. My friends always say I'm a bit of a pushover.
What happened after he got in your boat?
He talked for a bit, then he told us to put out our nets. I said, man, I'm tired. Ain't no way we're gonna catch anything.
So, he got in your boat, and then what?
He told him. Then we put our nets out. Next thing you know, the net's breaking with all them fish. We had to signal for help and almost capsized the boat.
So this guy hops in your boat, orders you around for a bit, and then helps you catch some fish.
You don't get it, kid. Before that day, we needed the fish. But in that moment, I got the sense that this man was all I'd ever need. Ever. And he chose us, just a few tired, smelly, broken fishermen. He gave us new jobs and new lives. Ain't no random man is ever gonna top that. I best be going now. You and your friend there, have a nice day.
Thank you for your time. Well, folks, our first encounter of the day was eventful, to say the least.
You guys, I've just met the Messiah!
Pardon me, I'm with the Jesus Chasers.
You're with Jesus?
Me, too. Has he changed your life, too?
It's crazy, isn't it? One minute you're minding your own business at the well, and the next you repented, been redeemed, and you'll never thirst again. Absolutely insane.
Sorry, you kind of lost me. But it sounds like you've encountered Jesus, all right. Could you start from the beginning?
Yes, of course. So I was coming to the well in the middle of the day.
Isn't that the worst time to go to the well?
Yeah, I wasn't exactly the most popular kid on the block, though. I tried to avoid most human interaction. Anyway, I was, trying to get my water and get back as fast as possible when this man, a Jewish man at that, comes up and asks me for a drink.
I think I'm missing something here.
Yeah, you're not from around here, are you? So, Jews, Samaritans, supposed to hate each other. Anyway, we proceed to have a conversation. He starts saying crazy stuff like, if you drink the water I have, you'll never thirst again. So I'm like, sign me up, right? Yeah, free water sounds pretty great. And then he starts telling me about all the bad stuff I've done.
What?
It wasn't as weird as it sounds. It wasn't like, I know what you've done, but more like, I know you, and I've got it covered.
So what did you do next?
Well, at that point, I'm like, this guy's gotta be a prophet. And the only prophet I know is the one to come, the Messiah. So and then he said, that's me. And at that point, I just dropped my pitcher and I ran back to town. I didn't care who saw me. I wanted everyone to see me. In fact, I didn't care. I just didn't care. Because I had met the Messiah, and I wanted them to meet him too.
Wow, what an amazing story. Thank you for sharing. I won't take any more of your time. It sounds like you're on a mission.
Yes, it was great to meet you too. You guys, I've just met the Messiah!
Well, that was something. For our last turn of the evening, we're going to switch up a bit and jump forward to 2023. Pardon me, kiddo, we're with the Jesus Chasers, and it seems that you've set up our Jesus Encounterinator. Have you met him?
Am I live? Like, right now? This is so cool. Hi, Mom. And yeah, I guess you could say I encountered him a few months ago.
Months? And it's still setting off the device? Well, did you actually see him?
Well, I didn't necessarily see him with my eyes, more like I saw him with my heart.
How does that work?
Well, I think it works in different ways for different people. For me, I grew up in church and did everything that came with it. VBS, the mission trips, capture the flag, dodgeball, Mission Impossible.
You played a bunch of games.
Basically, that was all I cared about anyway. It wasn't until a few months ago that I realized I was empty, running in the wrong direction, and no amount of fun and games could ever fill the growing sinking feeling.
That sounds terrible. What did you do?
I talked to my small group leader. They said the only thing that could fill that hole was Jesus, and that all I needed to do was ask him to enter in and fill that void. My small group leader offered to pray with me, and that's when I saw him.
Jesus?
Yep, saw him like I never had before, and now I see him everywhere in everything I do.
So what will you do now?
I gotta spread it. When God redeems someone, he uses that person to redeem others. I know I'm not the only one who's had that sinking feeling. I want others to feel that redemption too.
Well, I won't take any more of your time. I wish you well. Redemption, not just something you read about in Bible stories, but here and now, and until the final restoration. I'm Gracie with the Gospel News signing off. Studio, back to you.
Oh, the joy to be, the joy to know it's when I decrease. You fill up my soul, what a joy to see, joy to hold it's when you increase. I want nothing more. Open my hands, humble my heart. All that I have is yours. Color my prayers, widen my eyes, wash me in glorious light. Oh, the joy to be, joy to know it's when I decrease. You fill up my soul, what a joy to see, joy to hold it's when you increase. I want nothing more. Listen my ears, bridle my tongue, focus my heart to hear. Set my pace, urge me to pride. Again and again you provide. Oh, the joy to be, joy to know it's when I decrease. You fill up my soul, what a joy to see, joy to hold it's when you increase. I want nothing more. Oh, the joy to be, joy to know it's when I decrease. You fill up my soul, what a joy to see, joy to hold it's when you increase. I want nothing more.
Welcome back to Gospel News, bringing you real truth in real time. As we near the end of our evening, some of you may be wondering, what next?
Right, you're probably thinking creation, fall, redemption, what's even left? We're told that someday we'll live with God in the new heavens and new earth, but what happens in the meantime?
Well, an organization called the YOG is teaching people to do just that. They're dedicated to training students just how to live in this already not yet frame of mind.
But don't take our word for it. We go now to the reporter in the field for the story.
Thanks, guys. I'm here at the YOG training facility, and it really is something to behold. Students from all over are here training for just about anything you could imagine. I'm here with one of the YOG trainers. Can you tell us what you do here?
Absolutely. Here at the YOG, it's our mission to equip students to live the restored life.
How can you live the restored life if restoration hasn't happened yet?
Oh, but it has already.
Already?
Partially, but also not yet.
What?
Don't worry. Living in the already not yet is confusing for all first-timers. We find that it's easiest to start with the already to help students look at the restored life that's right in front of them.
So you just train these kids to live their lives?
To live the lives that God has in front of them. That is, to grow in a relationship with Him, to serve others, and to spread this love to the ends of the earth.
Would you mind giving us some examples of what this might look like?
Of course. Most of living the restored life is just doing daily tasks like going to school, work, sports practice, etc., putting off these things of the world and putting on things of Christ. These three students are in our daily fight training.
Put off. Put on. Eyes on the
prize! Hi there. I'm with the Gospel News. What are you three training for?
We're practicing taking out the trash with joyful hearts. Can't you tell?
And later, we'll work on loading the dishwasher without grumbling.
I need to practice cleaning my room for Thanksgiving.
You mean you're just doing chores?
Yeah. The restored life isn't always flashy and fun.
You've got to live it every day.
Yeah, it's not a phase, it's a lifestyle.
Oh, I guess that makes sense. It just seems kind of mundane.
That's exactly what the devil wants you to think.
Oh, yeah, you wouldn't guess it, but we're on the front lines of the battle here.
Our training says every time we do a chore with a joyful heart, it's like a karate chop to the devil's throat. Oh, yeah.
Oh, well, that's eye-opening. I'll let you get back to it then.
While most of the battle is on our home turf, we're also called to spread this love throughout the world. These two yoggers are in our To the Ends of the Earth training.
Put off.
So, I don't want to do this anymore.
Put off.
What else can I do? We can, man.
Eyes on the
Rise!
Hi, I'm with the Gospel News. What are you guys doing? Oh, you know, just a little thing called VBS.
VBS! VBS! VBS!
What's that?
Well, VBS is a huge week-long event at our church where kids come from all over the city to sing songs, play games, and learn about how much God loves them.
Yeah, and we get to help. The restored life might start here, but it can't stay there. Am I right?
That's right. We need to spread the gospel news to the world, and what better place to start than our own church?
You've got a point there. Someday we'll be training to go to Camp Artemis, St. Louis, and even Costa Rica.
Now, if you don't mind, VBS is just 9 weeks away, and we haven't even started training for craft time yet. Eyes on the
Rise!
Oh, well, this is all very interesting. I wouldn't want to distract you from it. Good luck. What is this prize thing they keep yelling?
Oh, that's the first thing they learn when they come to the YOG. If you don't keep your eyes on the prize, nothing else matters. How do you run a race when you don't know what the finish line looks like?
This is a question for all of you guys. How do you run the race? How do you keep your eyes on the prize?
Like all of this, growing in your relationship with God and others, walking the walk.
Fighting the good fight. Taking the gospel news to the ends of the earth.
Because we want everyone to experience the restored life, both now and forever.
Well, there you have it, folks. The restored life. I'm Kayla with the Gospel News, signing off. Thank you so much for joining us this evening, and always remember, keep your eyes on the prize! Back to you, Amelia.
Thanks, Kayla. It sounds like a really neat place. What do you think, Abel?
I think we should go.
I agree. Looks like that's all the time we have for today. Thank you for joining us here at Gospel News.
Tune in next week as we dive into Jesus feeding the 5,000 and discover whether that was fact or fiction.
Until then, all of us here at the Gospel News just encourage you to keep your eyes on the prize!
In my